I didn't plan to betray anyone. I just gave myself permission not to stop.
I ruined everything in one night, and the worst part is, it felt so small while it was happening. I remember standing in front of the mirror, adjusting my dress, telling myself it was just a reunion, nothing more. You asked me if I was sure I wanted to go, and I smiled a little too quickly and said yes. That smile already felt guilty, even before anything had happened. The hall was loud, filled with old faces and memories that made me feel younger, more reckless, and then I saw him, across the room. My heart reacted before my mind could even try to stop it. You weren't there, and your absence felt louder than the music. We started talking, and it was like no time had passed, like the years between us meant nothing at all. I told myself a conversation was harmless, that a little nostalgia couldn't possibly hurt anyone. I actively ignored my phone buzzing with your message asking when I'd be home. When the music slowed down, he offered his hand. I should have said no. I really should have, but instead I stepped closer, letting a sense of familiarity guide me instead of my loyalty to you. The dance felt completely unreal, like I stepped back into a version of myself I thought I had outgrown a long time ago. I could feel people watching, whispering, smiling. I felt seen in a way that both thrilled and terrified me. For a few minutes I forgot who I was trying to be and just remembered who I used to be. When his hand lingered a little too long on my back, reality should have hit me like a ton of bricks. But it didn't. Not until the kiss happened. Then, suddenly, time snapped right back into place. The moment ended as fast as it started, leaving a wave of pure panic in its wake. I left without looking back, my hands shaking as I fumbled for my car keys. On the drive home, your message lit up my screen again, full of a trust I knew I didn't deserve. I told myself it was just a stupid mistake, something I could bury if I just tried hard enough. When I walked through the door and saw you asleep on the couch, waiting up for me, the guilt became a physical pain in my chest. You smiled when you woke up and asked if I had fun. I lied so smoothly. And that scared me more than anything else that had happened that night. The days that followed were so much worse than the night itself. Every time you looked at me, it felt like a question I was refusing to answer. I started overcompensating, drowning you in affection, hoping that my effort could somehow erase the truth. Then the messages started. A reminder of what I had done. I deleted them as fast as I could, but not fast enough. You found my phone one evening. You weren't searching for anything, just being you, trusting. The silence that followed was heavier than any shouting match could ever be. You looked at me and asked if I loved you, and in that moment I realized love wasn't the question anymore. Trust was. I tried to explain, but every explanation just sounded like a flimsy excuse even to my own ears. You left that night just to get some air, to breathe. I stayed behind, forced to face myself and what I'd done. It was then that I understood something crucial. Betrayal doesn't require intention. It only requires permission. You just have to let it happen. When you came back, you were so calm, and that frightened me more than any anger would have. We talked all night until the sun came up, peeling back layers of our relationship that neither of us really wanted to see. You said forgiveness was possible, but forgetting wasn't. I agreed to absolute honesty, no matter what, knowing it would cost us our comfort. Healing didn't come quickly or gently. It came through incredibly uncomfortable conversations and setting new boundaries that felt fragile, like they could break at any moment. I learned that nostalgia is a dangerous thing when you feed it instead of questioning it. I learned that love needs to be protected, not constantly tested. That dance didn't end our marriage, but it shattered the illusion that love can survive without constant, conscious effort. We made a choice to rebuild, not because it was the easy thing to do, but because what we had was real. Some nights are still heavy with the memory, but at least they're honest. And I carry the weight of that night with me. Not as a reminder of temptation, but as a reminder of what I almost lost forever.